Are you thinking about moving to Little Rock, Arkansas, Maumelle specifically? I've lived here my entire life and I've sold homes in this market for well over 16 years. And in the next, about 7 minutes, I'll give you 7 honest things to know before you move to our amazing area, Little Rock and the greater surrounding area, including the 2 that make people wish they'd rented for 6 months first before they bought their first house. So here's the plan. 7 things. What it really costs to live here, why you're not actually choosing Little Rock, the truth about the schools, the commute, the weather, the outdoors, the honest downside that nobody in a glossy relocation article or book is going to tell you. Number 6 is the one out-of-state buyers underestimate every single time, so make sure that you stay with me. So I am Amanda Galbraith. I'm the broker owner here in Central Arkansas, and I was born and raised here. I also manage rental properties. We have a property management division. I've had a home staging company in the past, so I see this market from a lot of different angles. So let's get into it. If this is the kind of content you like, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. So number 1, your money does go farther here, and housing is the reason. The cost of living in Little Rock, Arkansas runs a little under the national average, and the typical metro home is still well under what you'd pay in places like Denver, Dallas, Nashville, Kansas City, some of our feeder markets. So if you're coming from a bigger city, the sticker relief is absolutely real, without a doubt. And a lot of buyers step up in a house without stepping up in their payment because of that. Groceries, utilities, healthcare, those type of expenses tend to sit at or just below the national average. So it's not just the house, it's actually your whole monthly picture that actually can be a little bit less. One honest tip, if you can, it's ideal really to rent for the first couple of months when you're moving to a new place. It costs a little extra short term, but it lets you learn the neighborhoods before you commit to 30 years in one of them. So number 2, and this typically reframes your whole search. You're not really moving to Little Rock. You're choosing a suburb or a neighborhood most typically. Most families I help land in Maumelle, North Little Rock, Heights, Hillcrest, West Little Rock, Chenal, Sherwood, Cabot, Bryant, and each has its own feel, its own price point, its own school system. So this is the question isn't just about is Little Rock good, it's which one of these specific areas within the Central Arkansas market matches my life. Here's the 30-second version. Maumelle is super tidy, master planned, lake and trails town. North Little Rock gives you the most house for your money usually, and a fun walkable district down in Argenta. Sherwood is kind of an underrated middle, a convenient and steady spot. Cabot is a space with a strong school reputation. It is a little bit farther out, but a lot of our military families end up there. Benton and Bryan are down in Saline County. They are the fast growing family favorites. I've got full videos on several of these, so once you've narrowed that location down, go deeper, and there's a map for all of that. Number 3, the schools vary a lot, and the district line matters sometimes more than the city name. So do not assume 2 homes that are 10 minutes apart can feed completely different school district and zones. So you want to verify. My honest advice is pick the school first, then your house. So I've watched buyers fall in love with a home and only after find out it wasn't in the school zone that they wanted. So decide what school you want, pick that first, then we'll work backwards and reverse engineer the house that matches that. Number 4, by big city standards, the commute here really is easy. Most of the metro sits within a 30-minute drive of downtown. All these little areas do. Mostly you're going to commute between 4:30 and 6:30. I-430 River Bridge can back up during rush hour. That's gotten a little bit better in the last couple of years with some different road construction. So when you're house hunting, do your test drive, 7:30-ish, 8 in the morning, and not just on a quiet Sunday. Number 5, the weather. Winters are mild, short. You'll see maybe a little snow every couple of years, not much. The trade-off is summer. It's hot and it's humid. We have big spring thunderstorms, and every couple of years we'll get an ice storm. It does shut down our whole city for a day or two. It's manageable, but if you're coming from a dry climate, the summer humidity is an adjustment. Or if you're coming from a major northern city, the fact that we do close down because we don't have some of those infrastructure pieces in place may surprise you as well. Number 6, the one people underestimate every single time is the outdoors. Between Pinnacle Mountain State Park, 2 rivers, the River Trail, all the lakes that are within just minutes of the city. The Big Dam Bridge is one of the longest pedestrian and bike bridges in the country. We now have a river trail. It's right here in the metro. Wherever you land, you're usually just a short drive from a trailhead or the water. It's a natural state for the reason. This is the thing that quietly turns, we'll try Arkansas for a year or two, into we're going to stay here as a family. This is where we want to plant our roots. You don't see it in the spreadsheets, but it's a huge part of why people fall in love with this place. Number 7. Okay, time for the honest downside. There is some. Do your research. Crime is higher in some areas than others, certainly higher than the national average in parts of the city. Super neighborhood specific. Do your own research. Make sure you've researched that, because we can't tell you what we think. We're not biased as agents. Do your research. Also, if you're coming from a big city, public transit is super limited, so plan to drive to everything. Here's what nobody tells you. The biggest mistake that out-of-state buyers make isn't picking the wrong house. It's typically picking the wrong location before they understand how 2 neighborhoods that are just 10 minutes apart, how varied they can be. And that's exactly where lifelong local earns your keep. That's why it's important to have a local agent. So before you fall for a listing online, drop the neighborhood you're eyeing here in the comments, and I'll tell you honestly what it's like to actually live there. We've got videography of most of these neighborhoods that we can send over to you to give you kind of an idea of how it feels to live in that location. If you're 30 to 90 days out, we've got a free relocation guide you can get at arproperty.com, and you're always welcome to reach out for a no pressure call for us to help you decide if Arkansas is the place for you to be. I'll help you land in the right spot the very first time instead of having to make that decision again. So make Arkansas your new home and let us help you. If you want any information about those neighborhoods, just drop a comment below. We'll be happy to send over all the videos and extra things we have. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.